If you are a lucky winner of a chronic back pain diagnosis, you've probably heard the word incurable. Your doctor, your search engine, your AI chatbot of choice will happily inform you that there's no cure for herniated, bulging, ruptured discs, degenerative disc disease, arthritic pains, things of that sort, anything that's related to a chronic back pain injury. And you know what? They are right. You can't cure a herniated disc. Should we just end the video here? Of course not. There is a very important footnote here. Sure, maybe there is no cure for degenerative discs, but the problem is maybe that's not the disease you're looking for. There are tons and tons of people with bulging or herniated discs who experience the same amount of back pain as a 6-year-old girl. None. That's the amount of pain that a 6-year-old girl experiences. No pain in her back. Plenty of people, especially office workers and people who sit in a chair a lot, have degenerative disc diseases and bad and messed up discs, backs, spines, whatever you wanna choose here. And they don't experience pain in their back. It's not a one-to-one correlation. So what's going on here? I'm glad you asked that question because I'm about to answer it. You see, when it comes to chronic back pain, you don't really want to think of it as a disease. Or if you think about it as a disease, then I guess you're kind of thinking of life as a disease. Okay, what does this mean? Look, you're going to go to the doctor and they're going to diagnose you with a disc problem. They're going to tell you there's no cure for this. But if you're like me, you're probably going to first you're gonna try the things they recommend to treat it or manage it, and they're not really gonna work. Hopefully they work for you. I'm really I honestly believe that some people may benefit a lot from the approaches that doctors recommend. I hope that's you. But when that doesn't happen, you're probably gonna be tempted to experiment with things that make you feel better, that reduce the amount of back pain that you feel. That's actually probably how you discovered my channel as well. And you're gonna notice that some things, they kind of reduce the pain for a notch or two. And when you stack another thing that works on top of that, you find an approach that kind of maybe drops the pain level in half or even more. And maybe you're even gonna add a few other things on top of that, or maybe it's just gonna be one thing that completely solves your back pain. It's like almost destroys it forever. Now, you shouldn't celebrate too early here. Because, as we said, life is a disease. That means your back pain, while gone, it may be gone temporarily. Nobody really knows. I struggled with back pain for 10 years, pretty much constantly. And then when I finally addressed every little problem, over the years, the pain, it was quite high at first, and then it kind of dropped when I first discovered the first thing that worked. And then I found another thing that was really effective. And then probably the third major key I discovered for addressing back pain, it pretty much eliminated the pain completely. Ever since then, it's been more than 2 years where I don't have back pain. And the thing is, these are degenerative issues. They're supposed to get worse over time. As you age, nothing gets better as you age, right? Well, in my case, I feel better in my body now than I did 12 years ago. I'm 36 now. I injured my back more than a decade ago. And now I somehow feel better. I have no pain at all. So did I cure the disease? I actually don't think that's what happened. I actually think there was not really a disease in the first place. See, chronic issues, and including chronic back pain, they're not really a typical disease where, you break your arm or you get the flu and you take the pill or whatever is the solution and you get better and the disease is solved. Maybe they're always gonna lurk under the surface. I don't know. I've been pain-free for 2 years, but honestly, who knows? Maybe I'll have another event that resonates with the pattern that manifested the back pain. I think that's how it happened initially. Maybe that can repeat again. I don't know. But this time I have pretty much a very tried and tested approach on how to actually address these issues. And by the way, I talk a lot about that in my free book. The link to it should be in the pinned comment or description. Absolutely free. Go check it out. No reason for you not to see what works for me, what didn't work for me, how to craft a specific approach that's gonna fit your needs and your life. And yeah, so you're gonna find like, okay, I guess I healed after a while. It's kind of strange. Now, again, I don't want people to celebrate too early because pain is gonna probably go up and down for a while. Maybe you're gonna notice some improvements, but maybe sometimes the pain is gonna come back. So you cannot be like too early to celebrate. But again, like for me, 2 years, pretty much no pain at all. And I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with that result, which is kind of the reason why I started this whole like channel. I want to share what I learned. I think it's going to be really valuable to you and to many other people. Okay, so what did I do to like cure the chronic back pain issue? Well, I think that's actually best discussed in another video. It's going to probably appear somewhere around here. The 3 keys, I'm just going to briefly go over them right now. For me, it turned out to be nutrition, which meant cutting all of the garbage, junk food that causes inflammation to skyrocket in your body. Cutting carbs as well was huge for me. I also did a lot of like intermittent fasting. I found that I think generally my body likes it when I don't eat a lot of carbs. I kind of gravitate more towards like a keto, not exactly like carnivore, but like a lower carb diet. My body likes that, and my back doesn't hurt at all when I eat like that. And number 2, like also critical, very important, proved to be working out in the gym, actually strengthening your body, because the rehab exercises and like the physical therapy, they can be useful. For me, I don't think they did a lot, except they were like a gateway for me to realize like, okay, maybe there is something here. When I do some of these like exercises, I feel better. That feels like it's the path towards healing. But it wasn't enough. So I had to I actually had to go back to the gym, because for the longest time I believed my injury was because of the gym. The doctors all tried to persuade me of that. I think that's not exactly what happened. But to talk a lot about that in other videos, I think another video that's specifically relevant to that should appear in here as well. Go check it out if you want. And anyway, like the third and final piece of the puzzle for me turned out to be that I had to like address psychological and emotional issues from my past, from my childhood. I'm not saying like I cured like PTSD or I had like severe trauma. I realized like people are gonna vary a lot in here. But if you've had like, any sort of difficult upbringing, like trouble in your childhood, maybe you didn't get along with your parents all that well, maybe you've been in like some sort of like a violent or abusive home, like things of that nature. I think that's really common in people with chronic back pain. I think if you address that, you're gonna find yourself like you're healed. That's it. Like that's the lesson you needed to learn. And you're probably gonna think like, do I need to work with a therapist or a professional? You probably can, and maybe you'll benefit from that. But I think you can also do this on your own. I talk a lot about this in my free book, completely free. Link in the description. Definitely check it out. You will see how I did it and how I think a lot of people can easily do it. My name is Mate from Real Deal Heal. Thanks for watching the video. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, because you're going to benefit a lot from this content. You're going to move towards healing your back pain really fast. I want to help you do that. I also want to help other people. So share this video, share this channel with anyone else who might be struggling with this. If you have any questions or comments, the comment section is the right place for that. I'll try to address everything. And yeah, like, can you cure chronic back pain forever? I don't know. For me, it's been 2 years. I'm really happy with the results I got. Am I cured? I guess. I don't know. Will the pain return? Hopefully not. But if it does, I have the right tool set. I know how to address it. I know how to heal and cure myself. If you want to keep binging on these videos, a video that's probably related to this should appear somewhere around here. I'll see you there. Until next time, be brave.